wouldn't a serpent be an undercover agent, right? Because how would you see a serpent now? So a serpent can't be a snake because wouldn't you be the fool talking to a snake? Right now, just because this is what we are supposed to believe, that a serpent, a snake, was talking to Eve. And see, so see, like right there, it goes to sanity. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm a little kid. You telling me Adam and Eve talked to a snake. I read the encyclopedia. I know what a snake is. See, so now I have to wonder what you talking about. Now, when I'm a little kid and I'm me, I don't have time for that because I'm trying to do something. See, I have always had a plan, like, because my daddy always had a plan. See, so I'm looking at my daddy just like you look at whomever you looked at to become who you are. So my daddy always planned things out. And I was asking him every plan he planned. So, and I was there seeing the plan be executed. So I know my part, I know my mama part, and I know my daddy part because I asked questions. See? And my daddy would answer them. And then I would see how everything play out. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, my life is a movie. It's just a series of events. See, and when I was a kid, an adolescent, my mother talked me through the scenes of my life, right? And then when I got older, I could then start seeing how people was trying to play me. See what I'm saying? On both sides, like try to play me to do something out of my character, right? And then I started seeing people acting like me. See? So now, man, I'm in the sweet spot. See what I'm saying? Let's see if they see what that is, sweet. Nah, they say sweet shop. But the sweet spot in my definition is the right position. You see what I'm saying? I'm in position to now narrate the story like my mother used to narrate my story. And now I see what my mother was telling me. See, saying, Tommy, play yourself. So that's when I used to tell, like I told Tyrio, I say, you may not be able to control the situation, but you can control yourself in the situation. See, but if money is the root of evil, right? Then when the devil or the serpent or the creator of your currency, right, take that currency, then if you are at the root of your money, right, then you gonna go crazy. See what I'm saying? Because you gonna become evil because they took the root of your success away. See, but you know, this what get me by descendants of slaves, right? When I read Mr. Frederick Douglass' book, he taught himself, right? And I teach myself, right? Because I don't want you to deceive me. I can read, and my father and my mother told me where to go get the information that I need in my self-defense. Now, your mother and your father told you to either go get the Bible or the Quran. See, but I'm saying I told my mother that I wanted to be a lawyer, and she said, learn the laws, and when it's time for you to be a lawyer, she said you would be one. So now, if I did what my mother told me to do, and it allowed me to emancipate my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren, well then why wouldn't I then emancipate my mother's grandchildren? Didn't she teach me that not for me, but for them? Because if she taught it, then she taught it for a reason. Just like your mother taught you the Bible for whatever reason she taught you, but she taught you the Bible because she was taught the Bible. See, my mother never taught me the Bible. She taught me how to defend myself. See, so I'm saying, like, how is my mother wrong with the results that my mother produced when my mother delivered me out of her womb in Halifax Hospital on January 8th in 1969 at 2:20 in the afternoon, and then before she left this world, she told me to keep the family together. So she said, do what I'm doing. But see, then here come a preacher, see, coming to tell me not to do what I've already done. And I'm saying, well, how can you pray away history? So if you was a follower of Jesus, right, and you've been following Jesus throughout your bloodline all the way from Jerusalem to this day, well, how would you find Jesus in your understanding if you sitting here undermining what's happening in your lifetime because you say that you were saved on Calvary's cross? Now, but your bloodline has went through slavery, capture, dropped off on islands all over the world, right? And then you can't see that if you are who you say you are, that you enslaved in a strange land because you won't even accept it as your homeland. But that's because you right. You not from where you at mentally. Mentally, you from where your ancestors from. That's the cross on Calvary. See, you in a spiritual world that makes no sense. So you have to believe it, see, because you can't understand it, right? So now, if you are an undercover religious person, right, then you are a secret executed in an action, right? So now when you go back to the beginning of where you was uncovered, and now uncovered is defined as acting or executed in secret, right? That's in the Bible. See, that's when God uncovered you when you killed Jesus of Nazareth of Galilee. See, that because the God of Moses had already told you, and you said in the Bible that you knew that it was unlawful for what you did. See, just like the state of Florida know that it's unlawful what it did. See, but see, no one was ever free enough to execute a warrant, right, on the judge, on Pontius Pilate, on the high priest Caiaphas, on the Pharisees, on the chief priests. See, that's what I just did. I legally executed a warrant, and then I'm sending the Bible after after the religious people who believe in the Bible, whether they whatever denomination they profess, if they follow the Bible as guidance. See, I'm not using the Bible, so when they come to court, they already sentenced to that Bible. See, now they got to come and prove what side of that scripture they own, because they came and judged me in accordance with the scripture. Now, my Muslim people, they didn't. They just didn't know how to help me. See, so I'm saying the Muslims that I met, they just didn't know what to do. See, so they didn't do nothing. They right, because they were supposed to follow me. And so since I didn't do nothing, they didn't do nothing. See, but they was telling me, see, he told me they ran over my son on a bike. See, and I'm like, oh, so that's why when they say they ran over my son, I say, oh, that's my Muslim brothers let me know they here. See, that's what I'm thinking, cause you undercover. See what I'm saying? See, you acting and everything you doing, you executing in secret. See, so I gotta try to see you in your secret place. See what I'm saying? Look, kept from knowledge or view. See, that's what you're doing. See, that's secret, marked by the habit of discretion. See, you do stuff in private. Now everything you've done in private, now, just like the Prophet Muhammad said, you have to now come and I'm gonna show you everything you did in private makes you a non-believer. See what I'm saying? Because you didn't follow my truth, you followed your understanding of truth. And see, the Prophet Muhammad saying that he is telling you his truth, but he's telling you when the truth in your generation come, it's going to be absolute, because it has no choice. I'm one man, so that means my truth came from me, just like the Prophet Muhammad's testimony came from him. And they, the same religious energy that's undercover, that's acting in secret, right? When he was exposing it, just like I'm exposing it, just like Minister Malcolm X exposed it, Dr. Martin Luther King, Gandhi. See, anytime somebody exposes corruption, then the corruptors of the people's minds keep corrupting. See, because they can't change. If they do, you're going to wake up to the corruption. So now, what's funny is, I was listening to the news last night, and they were saying that the crime that their ancestors committed, oh no, it was the same lawyers that was doing the Nixon trial, right? Now they saying that they wish they would have did what was right then, because they actually violated the law. See, that's what I'm saying, right? So then they say, well, there's no precedence for it. Now, if you keep violating the Constitution, then the Constitution can't set a precedence. See, because you telling the people that what you doing is constitutional, but until somebody like me, a poor man, come with nothing but a wealth of knowledge of the Constitution, say, well, hey, how is this constitutional if you deny me of my rights? So if something is constitutional, everybody got rights. Everybody can do it if it's constitutional. See, and that's what y'all don't understand. See, what they do is they put their beliefs in front of the Constitution, and then they try to use the Constitution as a weapon. See, to then, like, okay, like abortion. Well, if you needed an abortion to save your life, then you would see why legal abortions are necessary, right? But if you had one more child than you could feed, then what's a mercy killing? right? Like you kill to put somebody out their misery, right? Well, if a mother know that she wasn't trying to get pregnant and she don't want this child, then she giving the child mercy by not bringing the child in the world that it's not wanted. See what I'm saying? See, understand, hate is born. Evil is nurtured. And love is always destroyed by something that don't know it exists. See what I'm saying? See, that's why hateful people kill over material things, because to them, material things are golden. See, because they want to look like that, but they'll never feel like that person because they never worked for it. But to them, that's working. See, an animal, right, don't know that it's an animal. How would an animal know? So if an animal has instincts, right, then what happens when the animal act on its instincts? Somebody become prey. So we better understand, right, that if you can't love something, then why would you have it? See, just to have it and you can't take care of it, so now it could come in a loving image, but the struggle gonna turn it. And when it turns, it could turn bad or it could turn good. But it got to have something good to show it that it exists. See? So hate produce hate. See? So we have to be careful with the balance of life. Because when you add too much hate to life, life become hateful. You see what I'm saying? And see, I know, because I used to be hateful until love saved me in the form of a woman. See what I'm saying? So that's why I advocate for love. See, in every form, right? But now I'm saying, now I'm not advocating for what you do with love or what you call love. I'm advocating for my love. That's why I'm giving it to everybody. See what I'm saying? Because I'm showing you that when you love something, it allows you to leave hate alone, because you don't have time to hate because you want to love. See, but when you took what I love away, see, now I had to defeat me. See, that's when I started hearing my mother. See, because she was saying, you in the scene. Now you gotta get out the scene you in. So now you have to become the director of this movie. Because if not, you're gonna become the main event. See, I don't want to be the main event. See, I want to be the director. See what I'm saying? Because if I'm the director, then I'm showing you who is the main character in the movie, right? But I'm that voice in the movie that can't nobody see. See what I'm saying? I'm that one in writing. See? But now, because you killed my son or you showed me a scene, now I want you to, see, I need you to know who I am, because I need to get something done. See, because somebody didn't add up the cost. See, I'm going to show you. Now, this is, let me see. And I had it here. Wait a minute. Was it add up the cost? Hold on. Yeah. It did. Yeah. The cost of following Jesus. See, now this when I'm getting the Bible to pursue the Christian who didn't add up the cost of killing my son. See, they didn't, and they should have, because of Luke 14 in the Holy Bible, or the King James Version, Luke 14 verses 25 through 33, that says, "And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned, and he said unto them, If any man come to me, and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, ye and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple." See, now he's saying you got to hate not. See, hate not. See, y'all hate. He say if you, see, so it says this, but now I got to do it again because I like that part. "And there went great multitudes with him, and he turned and said unto them." Now this is when he talking to you all in hoods, projects, communities, schools, colleges, universities, churches, temples, synagogues, mosques, detention centers, jails, and prisons all over the way. All over the world, who profess to be following Jesus Christ. See, now he's talking to you all, and he say, "If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, ye and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it, lest haply after he have laid the foundation and it is not able to finish it, all that behold it began to mock him, saying, This man began to build and was not able to finish. Or what king going to make war against another king sitteth not down first and consulteth whether he be able with 10,000 to meet him that cometh against him with 20,000? Or else, while the other is yet a great way off, he sendeth an ambassage and desireth conditions of peace. So likewise, whosoever he be of you that forsaketh not all that he hath, he cannot be my disciple. So now, let's see. So that means he sent an ambassador, right? So ambassage. Let's break that down. Let's see. Oh, that ain't even, wait a minute. See, so I guess they saying, because they not even, they ain't even, let me see. Maybe it's me. No. Yeah. Well, I don't know. They not in the web. I'm guessing that's an ambassador, because it's not. I'm spelling it right. AMBASS. Wait a minute, hold on. Because see, they got that. Yeah. So they don't have that. So it's AMBASSAGE. So I'm thinking that's an ambassador, because it says and desires conditions of peace. So that's when you send an ambassador. So I'm gonna show you what I'm assuming it is, because I don't. Like I say, how do we know what they saying? See, like, how do we know what they saying? See, an official envoy, a diplomatic agent of the highest rank accredited to a foreign government or sovereignty as the resident representative of his or her own government or sovereign or appointed for a special and often temporary diplomatic assignment. So see, that's what that is. So now, would not my truth be my ambassador? See, so now, did I not add up the cost? Because if money is the root of all evil, then wouldn't the rich man or the wealthy man now have the money? So wouldn't the wealthy man be at the root of evil? See, because he chose money over the Constitution. I chose my family and the Constitution. See, I didn't choose one over the other because without the other, I wouldn't believe in either. You see what I'm saying? So I took an oath before I gave my wife my vow. So in order for me to fulfill my vow, I had to fulfill my oath, because I wouldn't have gave my wife the vow if I wasn't in a position to keep my promise. See, because that's why I was asking her to marry me anyway, because I was getting out of the military. See, you can go in there and see. You can see where I was getting out. But then when she married me, I had to go back in. See, that's why when people tell me to start over, I'm saying, listen, man, my life on record, I have started over. See, I was pushing my wife away because I was getting out of the military. But she was my girlfriend, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Now, if you don't believe me, ask my child, my daughter. She know, I told her. But if you don't believe us, then go to my military record, and you will see that before I got married, I had to go back to CCU. That's like boot camp again, because I had to undo what I had did to get out. See, I was gonna get out on a medical. See, but I didn't want to get out because I was getting married, so I had to get back in. And in order to get back in, I had to go back through boot camp. Because I had just made the time that made it where they couldn't where I would have had to go through a process for them to get me out. See, I think it was like 100 and something days, like 150 days, 180 days, half of the year. So 6 months. If you get before 6 months, it's like a marriage. You can just annul it. They was going to annul the marriage. But I had to go back in because I had just passed when they were fit to annul it. And so they said, well, because they don't kick you out when you got a lot of time left. See, they wait until you almost about to retire. And then if I'd have did that, they'd have thrown me out. See, that's what I'm saying about this secret country. See, a patriot, right, understand what's patriotic. But a person who using the country for political position, see, you see that too. See, some people come in the military to say that they was in the military, but you see that they not like you, right? They ain't there. They just there. You feel me? They like royalty, and you can see it. And you know, and you there because you trying to open doors because you come from South Street Projects. You ain't nobody. You ain't finna be no politician, man. You know what I mean? You trying to open the door that was closed. And then every door you open and you supposed to come as you are, I have been rejected, and only because I'm following the law to get through that door. See, and that's what I'm showing my kids. See, if we made it to where we were, then why wouldn't you want me to show you how we made it there? See, because you are me, right? The rest of these kids, is who I'm trying to help because of you. See what I'm saying? If I didn't have you, I wouldn't have the love for them because I wouldn't have fatherly love.